When we first started backpacking, there were no GPS apps, and I really miss that feeling of never knowing exactly where you are. So for this trip, I decided to print out a map. Unfortunately, I could not get my computer to print in color, and I cannot read this. So I decided to draw my own map with a little help from my cat, and I used this to hike in the cranberry wilderness. And hopefully that'll give a feeling of just really feeling like you're in the wilderness. Let's go! Wow. Wow, this is gonna be great. First impressions though, a little bit colder than I expected. We're like 2 minutes away from the trailhead. Let's get to the trail. All right, I think that's it right there. Okay, time to get everything packed up and ready to go. And it is slightly drizzling, but I did come prepared, so no problem. We just gotta dress for the weather. I'm gonna keep my map stored right here for now. All right. All right, welcome to the Cranberry Wilderness. You know, this is a heck of a trail to pick to not have a GPS, because it looks like some of these do not have bridges for the stream crossing. So I was gonna do the Middle Fork Trail first, but it says that it crosses Middle Fork of Williams River at several locations. I don't really want to do any stream crossings in this weather. 207, the Big Beachy Trail, it says water is generally not available, but we should be able to go around. Yeah, let's give that a shot. We need to find a campsite before 7 o'clock tonight when it starts raining for real. Okay, let's do it. I don't really know what to expect from this trail because we have been to the Monongahela Forest many times, but it can vary quite a bit what it feels like. So far, this is more of a Tea Creek area than a wide open Dolly Sods. And as much water as there is, I can imagine this is a good area for cranberries. Wow, look at this trail. I don't like the rain, that much is for sure. But being out here in this cool weather, nice foggy forest, all by myself, man, this is what I live for. And this is one of those times where, even though I just got started, it's late enough in the day that getting to campsite sounds so exciting. Finding a nice, soft campsite out in this forest, eating dinner, relaxing in the tent. Oh, come on, man. Doesn't get better than that. It's looking like we're gonna have quite a few sections like this where the trail has just kind of filled up into a little pool every now and then. My shoes are waterproof. Who knows how long that'll last. Usually it just ends up locking in all the water. But for now, at least, we're still dry. Okay, this should be, all right, yep. If we continue west, I believe this is the north-south trail. So we are going to go north towards the Big Beachy Trail. I have no idea if the trail is gonna be easy or not, but so far it's quite nice, but elevation could change at any moment. What is that in the distance? Those look like cranberries. Cranberries don't grow on trees, right? Don't they grow in bogs? This water is looking a little bit brown, but at least we know if we need a water source, we've got at least one. Okay, you know what? Let's take a look at my homemade map. We started at the north-south trailhead here. We went west on this pink line, then we turned north on this purple line. On the official trail map, it just said 1.1 miles. And I don't know if that meant from here to here or from here all the way up to here. In any case, we haven't made it to the green intersection yet. We're heading up to the brown trail, which is the big beachy trail. Ooh. So when you're not using one of the trail apps, it's really hard to tell how far you've actually hiked. You'd think that with experience you could kind of get a sense of it, but I've done a lot of hiking, and sometimes a mile feels like nothing, and sometimes it feels like so much. I've definitely gotten better at getting a sense of how much I've hiked, but I wouldn't say that I'm particularly good at it. Is it better to start the trip with rain or to end it with rain? Obviously, no rain is ideal, but if you're gonna have one or the other, starting is actually not too bad because you still have the excitement of starting the hike. And if you know that it's gonna be dry later, you have something to look forward to already. Whereas if you end the hike with rain, the only thing you wanna do is get out of there. So it's kind of hard to be in the moment and enjoy yourself. Whereas right now, even though the rain keeps picking up, I'm having quite a good time. I think we're still on the right track. I really want to eat though. We're starting out with the classic peanut butter, although this time we're using sourdough bread, and this is a peanut butter and jelly. I'm sure to any sane person, this doesn't look that appetizing. But oh, that's good. Oh, that's so good. We also have some blueberry and sunflower seed energy snack bites. What is an energy snack bite? Pretty tasty. Okay, here we go. This is the junction, and this should be Middle Fork Trail. Yeah, Middle Fork Trail goes west, and then we continue on the north-south trail to get to the big beachy trail. All right, this is the bogs of Monongahela that I remember. So actually, to cut off 2 hours of my drive time, I went to my mom's house last night and stayed the night, but I had forgotten my shoes. I was just gonna bring my regular old trail runners that are very much not waterproof. So I got some overnight delivery of some waterproof shoes, and I wasn't even doing that on purpose. It was just the only one available for overnight delivery. And boy, am I glad that I've got these. It is really weird how mistakes like that sometimes can turn out to be a blessing in disguise. Okay, here we go. Big Beachy Trail. The next segment is 2.5 miles. Hopefully, there's a campsite somewhere within that 2.5 miles. I'm definitely not gonna be picky with campsites today. I'm gonna find the first suitable spot I see because I wanna be camped well before dark. What is this sign? So that sign says Highland Scenic Highway that way. That's the highway where we parked. So that is indeed the Big Beachy Trailhead. Yeah, let's just go. Get that campsite as soon as possible, get set up. We can relax the rest of the evening. I'm just looking at this. I'm sure there's a good campsite in there somewhere. Part of the reason why I want to find a campsite right away is because if there are no good established campsites, and I'm going to have to make my own campsite basically, I want to be able to do that while it's still light out. And I'm trying to rewind time a little bit by using a paper map, but I don't want to rewind to the times where we had to make campsites in the dark. That was just never fun. All right, our fortune has turned. Oh man, this is nice. Great chair, excellent fire pit. Oh man, this is so good. There's a spot over here, but it looks like it gets pretty wet. It's kind of an indentation in the ground. This is probably where a lot of people already set up. And since it's supposed to rain tonight, I'm imagining that spot is gonna get pretty soggy. So let's set up right here. Ooh, it's getting wet. We gotta hurry. I'm thinking, even though this is kind of going to be a water hole, it probably still makes more sense to be out here so that I can really stake out the tent, because I'm kind of a little bit cramped in there for staking it out. But right here, even though the ground is slightly uneven, I think this will be better. Yeah, I think that'll be better. All right, we don't want to waste any time. Let's get cooking right away, because we want to have the food eaten and put away, because I don't want to be cooking or eating in the dark. Hope that's enough water. If it's not, we're just gonna have a crunchy meal. Check this out. Use my MAP plastic bag. It's a nice little sitting pad to keep my butt from getting wet. Let's go with, ooh, one of my favorites, lasagna. We shall completely eliminate the chad. There are no chads tolerated in this household. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. It's like we're at Sbarro Pizza and it's 1994. While we wait for that to rehydrate, we're gonna drink the leftover hot water. 2 reasons. 1 is it's good for healthy, and 2, warm drinks when it's cold outside really does warm you up. If you want to stay warm, you start here and then you let the extremities take care of themselves. At least that's my understanding, but oh, that's pretty good. Not bad. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, doesn't look great, smells great, and I'm sure it will taste great. Like, I mean, does that look appetizing to you? Probably not. Also, I just realized that on the front of this, it says, comforting pasta, cheese, fragrant herbs, and marinara. I've never noticed that before. Well, man, if there's any meal that's comforting, lasagna is definitely up there. Cooked to perfection. Wow, that is really great. It's occurred to me that this is not rain. We are just in a cloud. We've been pretty much in a cloud all day. It's quite peaceful though. This is very nice. You know, I do not enjoy the rain, but it is pretty cozy once you get inside of your tent. That much is for sure. Wow, it rained quite a bit on this tent. I dried up with this tissue. I feel very disorganized at the moment, but before we get organized, let's enjoy a snack or two. We got some snacks. How about this Yo Bear fruit split? This was sent to us by Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Just a fruit by the foot? Super Science Squad. What am I looking at? And then stuck to the paper is the actual snack. Apple, pear, strawberry. It is somewhat bland, but it is sweet. Not bad, not bad. I also have some of these fun snacks that I got from my dad's house. I still haven't figured out what these are. It comes in a kind of smushed state, but I think this might be pork wool. That's what it looks like on the package anyway. Man, that is tasty. And then this one is some sort of flavorful chicken, maybe? Just like a tiny piece of spiced meat. Man, that's good. Just like a little spicy meat. So for tonight's Suntory Times, I have a nice little offline device. This is the Analog Pocket. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically just a small Game Boy. It is so funny how times change. Back in the 90s, if you said, oh, I'm gonna go camping and I'm gonna disconnect by bringing a Game Boy, that'd be a really weird thing to say. But somehow in 2025, as long as you're not using the internet, it still feels like disconnecting. Like playing a Game Boy out here, this nice pitter patter of the rain. Oh man, does it get any better than this? Come on, man. Oh, what are we gonna play? Let's start with a little Yoshi's Island. Well, I've been having a grand old time, but my hands were getting kind of cold. So I put the sleeping bag over me like this. Oh, come on, man. Can you imagine how much in heaven I am right now? Okay, it's 8:40 or so. I just checked my thermometer, and it's 42 degrees, but it is so cold outside of this sleeping bag. Inside the sleeping bag, it's like perfect right now. But that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll catch you in the morning for a delicious hot beverage to start the day. Oh, it's gonna be good. I'll see you then. All right, it is now morning. I'm a little bit embarrassed to say what time it is, so I'm not going to say what time it is. I checked the temperature once and it got down to 37. I'm not sure if it got colder than that. My first task of the day is to make some coffee. And I don't feel like getting out of the tent, so we're gonna just make it just outside the door. The coffee for today is Kopiko brown coffee once again. This is from Jim and Irma. Thank you, Jim and Irma. We got a lot of mileage out of these Kopiko coffee packets. Now, for the moment of truth. First drink of coffee in the morning. Oh man. The best part is the water is not super hot, so it's already at a very drinkable temperature. There's something floating in there. But other than that, wow. Okay, so using the official brochure that I printed out and the picture at the trailhead, I've pieced together what trails have stream crossings as best I can. All right, we are currently somewhere right about there on the Big Beachy Trail, which is this brown trail. There are no stream crossings on this trail, so we're in the clear all the way to here. If we went up to 206 and loop back down to 248, these both have 0 stream crossings. However, what little research I did online said that these two trails are very overgrown, but that would make for a little bit less pleasant hiking. If we can make it to 242, I'm getting conflicting information because the official brochure says that there's no stream crossings, but the sign at the trailhead said that there's occasional stream crossings. But if we took this one, we could make it to the north-south trail, which is this pink trail that has no stream crossings. The Middle Fork Trail, which is this green one, has 2 stream crossings. If this middle section doesn't have any, we could potentially make it to the Laurel Branch Trail, and it has 1 stream crossing, but I think the main goal is to try to get to the north-south trail because there's no stream crossings, and that'll take us right back to our trailhead where we parked the car. For now, let's get to this intersection. We can scope this trail out and decide whether we're gonna do the loop up north, try to go here, or try to go there. I really do not feel like packing this all up right now, especially because it's 35 degrees. We're actually at about 4,400 feet elevation. If I had thought about that, I probably would have just brought my winter jacket, and my gloves are still kind of soaked. Actually, let's see what it feels like putting them on. Pretty bad. Really bad. Really bad. Yo, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. See that little white dot right there? That's snow. It's objectively quite cold, but the wind is actually not too bad. I think the wind is like above us. You can hear it, but you can't really feel it. So when it's not windy, the cold weather is much more manageable. Part of the reason I wanted to get away from using the GPS is that when you know where you are at any given time, I feel like it's really easy to just start thinking about, oh, are we almost to the next junction or landmark? And it really kind of takes you out of the moment. I just want to be appreciating the environment around me and not worrying about what comes next. Like this coyote poop that's on the ground here. I'm gonna assume that's coyote poop. Not that that's that interesting, but I just want to be in the moment with my own thoughts and not just thinking about what's coming next. We're getting glimpses of the sun poking through the clouds, and I don't think it's actually going to stick around. But even when the sun pokes through the clouds, it's not making much difference for the temperature level. Everything feels quite good, except for my hands. I really wish I had not gotten my gloves wet last night because they're kind of useless to me right now. I'm hoping maybe they'll dry off, but I just feel like when it's this moist and this cold, stuff just doesn't dry. Yo, bear. Dang, that log really looked like a bear for a second. It's not moving, and it's a tree. None of the signage or the brochure said anything about bears, so I don't even know if there's bears in this area. But in case there are, I'll let them know that I'm here. Yo, bear. Unfortunately, there has not been an abundance of campsites on this trail so far, but I'm going to be on the lookout for any potential campsites because I may want to just stay at one of the nice established campsites and do less mileage because like a lot of this ground is not suitable at all for camping. I don't think this is an intersection. There is an arrow pointing us this way. This doesn't look like a trail anyway, so. In my experience, oftentimes campsites are near trail junctions, and hopefully that's the case for here too. We still haven't hit that first junction yet. It was a little over 2 miles away, and we've been hiking for maybe an hour now. It's a quiet forest though. I think it is very likely there might not be anybody else out here. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but we're getting some more of that light snow right now. Temperature is still 35 degrees Fahrenheit. This is not bad at all though. This is way better than rain. Man, it's like a little rhododendron tunnel. Yep, bear. Yeah, this is full on snow now. Not sure I'm prepared for snow. I was prepared for cold weather. Let's get to the next intersection and let's reassess. All right, well, we have come across what looks to be an actual campsite. That's good news. If the campsite is here, I feel like the junction has to be near. I'm very much beginning to doubt the existence of this trail or the intersection to this trail, because surely we would have been there by now. I camped like somewhere in there. This left turn right here, I think was that left turn with the arrow. I feel like we definitely should have passed this district line trail by now. But I think what I'll do is just do some steady hiking here for 20 minutes. And if I still don't see anything, I think we can fairly reasonably conclude that we passed it or it doesn't exist. All right, so we got another campsite here. Not bad, not bad. Could this be the mysterious district line trail? I'm guessing no. There does seem to be a little bit of a clearing up here though. All right, here we go. We just didn't hike far enough. District Line Trail, it does exist. Okay, what this means is I have hiked much less than I thought. Yeah, here we got the big beachy trail. We came from that direction. We're gonna keep heading in this direction, I think. In that case, I am going to take a quick lunch break because I am quite hungry. We know we've got a good campsite here. We know that the District Line Trail exists, and we know I have not been making very quick progress today. It's kind of funny that I was like, having a GPS makes you think too much about when the next intersection is gonna be. And then it turns out not knowing when the next intersection is gonna be also made me think about that. Maybe I'm just the type of person who has trouble living in the moment. Okay, but this is good though. Now that I know that the District Line Trail actually exists and that the map is accurate, I feel more comfortable in just following the map and not worrying about how far the next intersection is. I just wanted to make sure that the map was actually accurate, and it is, so good to go. It is still 35 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 2:12 p.m., which means we've got another 5 hours of hiking in us. We're right here. I think we'll try to get to the Middle Fork intersection, 4.4 miles away, and hopefully we can find a campsite somewhere either along here or down here. Yo bear. And just like that, the snow stopped. This snow is definitely better than rain, but I gotta admit, it's not my favorite. It's cold enough that it's not melting, but man, if it did start melting, it would be really sucky. This cranberry wilderness doesn't have lots of big, open, epic views, but it is very beautiful in its own right. And if you wanna have the feeling of being out in the wild, this is definitely it. Two orange markings over there. There's one here too. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna guess that these orange markings are actually to help you find the trail. I've never gotten lost on any of the hikes I've ever done, but there are moments where you get a little bit off trail for a bit and you're like, this is not the trail anymore. Oh, there's birds. Look at that. This forest has mostly felt completely empty. Felt like I've been the only living thing in the forest. Yo, bird. Yo, bird. Wow, this is a squeeze. My pants are kind of soaked now. This is what I don't want. Well, just have to deal with it. All right. Oh, jeez. All right. All right. Man, this thick area is not really letting up. Like I said earlier, if you're looking for wilderness, this is definitely the place to go. The trail is not super clear. We've got a little bit of incline. I feel like as long as we pay attention, make sure we don't go too far, without confirming that we're actually on the trail, we'll be fine. Man, yeah. Trail is not super clear. Yeah, like that was so easy. I could have just kept going that way, but I think the trail's actually this way. Ooh, tough call. Is the trail over here? Or is it over here? I'm gonna guess over here. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, we got another orange marker here to help us find the trail. And we got a pink one up here. This is another reason why I really don't want to be hiking in the dark here. It would be very, very difficult to find the trail if it was not light outside. So no nighttime hiking for this trip, for sure. I'm not super certain this is the path. We're gonna backtrack a little bit. This looked like the path, for sure. But let's go back to that last little marker. Make sure we're on track. This is the last little marker we saw. Let's very slowly go through here and make sure we're not missing anything. It's right at this point where it gets a little bit murky. Yeah, that looks like it's still the trail. So let's keep going this way. It's just when you get down to here, it looks a little bit weird. This doesn't super look like a trail, but the clearing in the trees up ahead does look right. So let's just keep going. This really does not look right. Yeah, I don't think this is right. Okay, rather than kind of frantically searching around, I'm gonna take a quick break because this could easily be one of those moments where you kind of like get flustered and then you just get more off track. But we got the marker here. We know where we came from, so we're totally fine if we need to backtrack. This trail mostly goes west, but there's a bit of north incline, and then it goes west again. Is that the same on the official map? Yes, it's the same. It goes north a bit. Oh, this is north. So we might be at the north section now. I think what I'll do is a little scouting without my pack on. This has got to be the trail. Let's keep going. Is there a turn we're missing? I don't think this would be a turn. This has plenty of tramplage, so I think this is still our trail. Not seeing anything too out of the ordinary. I don't think this is a turn. Oh, maybe. This could be directing people to go left. So let's check over here. See any boot prints? Not really. Let's keep going. Keep going. This looks pretty trailage. Yeah, I think. Nope, maybe over here. Oh, I think that's it over there. Yep, let's keep going just a little more. Yeah, here's the trail. Yep. Yeah, we've got some cuts here. Shows you that this has definitely been... Okay, we found it. All right, so I think that was the confusion. There's some logs that were directing you where to go. That was definitely where we got mixed up last time. Not to mention you got this entire tree blocking the trail in this section. So even if you found the trail, you might start second guessing yourself. Oh yeah, we got another pink ribbon here. I didn't even see that on the way in. Oh, yep, another pink ribbon. Okay, cool. So I was right. Let me show you the mistake I initially made. This right here is telling you do not go that way. Let me put another one here. We can put this here. Make this a little more obvious. Hopefully people will see that and won't step over it like I did. And knowing that the potential for losing the trail like this is pretty high, let's definitely err on the side of getting a campsite sooner rather than later. No need to hike in the dark in this very confusing section of the forest. All right, this is exciting. Haven't had a trail this hard to navigate in quite a while. If it gets confusing again, we'll do the same thing we did this time, which is we will take our time, and if it doesn't feel right, we won't keep going. All right. We see our barrier. Turn left. See the pink marker again. Continue over here. Goes through these trees. We remember the down tree over here. Just cut through this. Keep moving. All right. I'll tell you one thing. I definitely got what I asked for, which is the feeling of really being out there and not knowing what is going on. My priority, though, is always safety. There's no awards for getting lost out in the forest. If at any point I need to bail out because this trail just becomes too untenable, I'm going to do that. This was definitely already the plan, but the next campsite I get to, I am definitely stopping for the night. It's a little bit after 4 o'clock right now. I want to be done by 6. Right now, the priority is to make steady progress. Steady incline progress. All right, we've got 2 potential problems. 1, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's starting to rain. And 2, it is getting darker a lot faster than I would like. It's not even 5 o'clock yet. So we're gonna pick up the pace just a little bit and hope that we can find a campsite pretty soon here. Okay, well, not 2 seconds later, we got a nice campsite. That's right on the trail. That was the trail right there. Where does the trail keep going? I guess it keeps going this way? Well, in any case, we're gonna take this campsite. We are not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. We've got a campsite. We are definitely taking it. Turns out my water situation is slightly worse than I thought. This is enough to cook a meal, but it's not really enough to drink anything. It is 5 o'clock. So I think I've got a good hour to maybe scout ahead on the trail and see if I can find a puddle, if I can just get like half a liter. That'd be plenty. All right, we also just have to find the trail itself. What? Where is the trail? All right, here we go. This is probably it. How long do we give this? 20 minutes maybe? If we don't see any water, we turn around. Man, it would just be really great if I just found like just a tiny little puddle. That's all I need. The part that is really crunchy is that everything is wet, but it's not like I can just extract the water from all of the leaves and the sticks and stuff. Oh, that looks a little promising. Could there be water here? Maybe. Maybe nothing. So we got some leaves filled with water, but that's not enough. All right, we're getting pretty close to having hiked 20 minutes away from the campsite. I don't want to get much further than that. One thing's for sure though, picking that campsite was definitely the right move because there is nothing out here. All right, I'm gonna have to call it, unfortunately. I think at this point, it's better for me to conserve my energy and not need the water as much than to keep going. So let's go back to camp and we'll try to not move until morning. I do not want to spill any of this. And this is for drinking? Yeah, actually, this is not too bad. I've had worse situations before. This will actually be just fine. I've got other snacks, but these fruit gummies are the closest thing to something that actually has moisture in it. Just like trying to get the moisture out of a gummy. Tiny bit of moisture. It'll have to do. Let's try to use as little of this water as possible. Just what we need. That should be perfect.
Crossing now.
Now we just wait 10 minutes and enjoy the meal. Okay, this is gonna be my first drink. Oh, that feels so good. So warm. Oh, what I was gonna say though, is that this is gonna be my first drink of water in quite a while. Oh, it's warm. Gotta drink it slowly to savor it. Man, warm water is underrated. When it's this cold outside, I don't even need the wood flavor from this little pine needle that fell in there. Out with ye. Oh man, pretty good. Let's go do this. Ah, that's an unsatisfying way to drink that water. I believe the meal is done. It smells very good. As always, doesn't look that appetizing. Usually looks a little better once I've stirred it up. Yeah, that looks pretty good now. Oh man. Hopefully this is actually cooked. Surprisingly, cooked to perfection. Wow. I've eaten beef stroganoff more while hiking than I have in my regular life. In fact, have I eaten beef stroganoff outside of the school cafeteria? I feel like this is the only time I've ever had beef stroganoff. It has been a good day. This is a good night. Okay, last bite. Now, you drink this water to wash down the meal. So I studied abroad in Japan for 2 semesters, and I lived with the host family. And my wonderful host mother, one time I was talking with her, and she was like, what would you give somebody to drink if they came to your house? And I was like, I'd ask them like, do you want some water? Like if I had other drinks, I'd give them that. And she was like, oh, if you offered somebody water in Japan, it'd probably be considered a little rude. Like at the minimum, you'd want to give them some tea or like some sort of soda or coffee, something a little more fancy than water. But if you offered somebody water in my situation, woo, that is the highest of compliments. I'm giving you my water? Oh, that was great. That was truly fantastic. All right, we're running a little low on water, but we are not running low on snacks, so you better believe we're having dessert. Got some more of these Bayer fruit chews and some mixed berry granola. We'll start with the granola in case that makes us thirsty. And then we can have the fruit chew to pretend like we're drinking water. Oh, good. Who doesn't love a good mixed berry? I, for one, very much enjoy a good mixed berry. They come with these little cards. The fruit chews are just stuck to the other side. I don't know, that's not very appetizing to me. Okay, I have one more dessert item that I totally forgot I brought. Macadamia nuts covered with chocolate and toffee. Oh, come on, man. This is not a great food to eat when you don't have water, but, man, that is pretty good. Okay, I think we're good for tonight. It's time for some relaxation. I feel like I need a little something. One of these little Bilbo Baggins stuffed oat bites. So many of these snacks are just the same thing, like in slightly different forms. It's like every snack is a Taco Bell menu item. Last drink of water. Savor this. So, I took a closer look at the official trail map, and I've discovered 2 things. On my hand-drawn trail, I didn't put any of the water sources. But on the official map, which I also have saved on my phone because you definitely can't see it on this black and white printout, the Laurel Branch Trail crosses a river, probably a stream, and that's probably 2 to 3 miles away. So that means two things. One, we know where water is. We're heading towards the Lowerly Branch Trail anyway. And two, we will find out if we're actually able to cross this stream. As near as I can tell, the only way to get by without crossing any streams is to go back where we came from. In any case, we know where water is. We're heading that direction anyway. Let's go there, find out what it looks like, see if we can cross that stream, and have as much water as we desire. One nice thing about not having any water, the pack is super light. My gloves are finally kind of dry-ish. The sun being out, man, that totally changes the mood. I feel like I could hike forever now. I think this is a good start to the day. I think I've only been on a trail this rarely used when we went to the Tea Creek area, which is just north of here, also in Monongahela National Forest. That place was super interesting though, because it looked like nobody had been there in years. But I mean, I think that's what myself and a lot of people are looking for when you go backpacking. You want to feel like you're really out in the middle of the forest. And man, this trail, if you want to feel like that, this will give it to you. Like, look at this. This is like as close as you can come to hiking off trail while still actually having a trail. I mean, you can barely see the trail. I will say, I do not remember the trail being this obscured last night. What? Where is it? I'm gonna guess this way. Oh, I actually hear people. First people I've heard this entire trip.
I'm Jared. I'm Ben.
Aaron.
Jason.
Do you have anybody you want to say hi to?
Hi, Mom. I love you. I'll be home soon. Tammy's Ocean Heavy. Yeah. See you in a day. Yeah. All right, Silas, Cohen, Sawyer, Lisa. Yeah. All right. See
Thanks,
ya.
guys.
Good to meet you.
Okay, so it turns out those four actually have seen the channel. Very nice meeting you guys. They gave me a bit of intel. The intersection up ahead has a waterfall, which means there will definitely be a water source. One other thing they mentioned that unfortunately I will not be able to see is that back on that district line trail, there's apparently a plane crash there. Thomas and I have seen a plane crash once in the Adirondacks, but really it was just like a piece of wreckage or two. Who knows what this one looks like, but that's very cool. Hopefully they get to see that. Oh, and one other thing, they did show me their GPS. So technically, I have looked at a GPS for this trip. It wasn't entirely paper map, just in case anybody's keeping score at home. Oh, mama. Oh, it's thick. A little bit thorny too. Okay. Wow. Man, this really goes to show that the people who maintain trails are doing some serious work, because nature is trying to overtake these things at all times. Actually, right here you can see where the trail workers have done their thing. Cut that branch, cut these up here, cut that one, they cut those down there. If I haven't said it before, thank you to the people who maintain these trails. That is a thankless task, if there ever was one, but it is much appreciated. If I were more thirsty and/or I didn't know that there was water up ahead, I might be able to make this work. Yeah, you can see a little trickle down there. But since I know the waterfall's up ahead, and I'm really not feeling too bad thirst-wise, I think I can wait. Wow, this is a beautiful, beautiful fall day, man. I think I made the right decision last night though to turn around, because this is a decent ways in now, and it would have been a decent hike back uphill. in the dark. All right, looking forward to that morning coffee. That's gonna be good. I'm not sure if what I'm hearing is the waterfall or just the wind through the valley, but I feel like I can hear something up ahead. Also, I'm getting very hungry. I'm gonna wait until I actually get the water to eat though. Let that hunger spice build up just a little bit. Another good water source here. Oh man, that's such a good source though. I think we'll keep going. Actually, I won't fill up water right now, but I will have a quick bite to eat. Man, I am surprisingly hungry. Maybe this is also a little bit of thirst masking itself as hunger. Banana, dark chocolate, and sunflower seed. Energy snack bites. Just another item on the Taco Bell menu. I'm also gonna have another one of these pork wool bites. At least that's what I think it is. I should ask my dad what these actually are. Man, that's so tasty. Okay, no more stopping till we get water. Yeah, the sound of the water is throwing me off a little bit because I'm like, oh man, we gotta be getting close. But we just keep walking and walking. And you know, before using GPS apps, that was definitely my experience. You figured, oh man, I'd have to be there by now. But at least if you're anything like me, you hike way slower than you think. Sometimes we just hike at an absolutely glacial pace. Ooh, okay, out of nowhere. For one thing, we've got a tent there, and then we've got the water down there. I think that might be their tent. I believe they said they were coming back this way after they saw the plane. All right, finally made it to the promised land. That's where we came from. Big beachy trail. I believe we'll be going down this trail right here. So we will not have to cross this water over here. Although if we did, it wouldn't be so bad. I'll probably cross this with my shoes on, actually. I think there's enough stepping spots. Let's take a quick look at this waterfall. Oh man, beautiful, beautiful. There's another campsite over there. It looks like a log to get across over there. This way takes us north on the Middle Fork Trail. This way takes us south on the Middle Fork Trail. The Middle Fork Trail has 2 stream crossings. This is one of them. So we could potentially run into the other one down here. It's 1.4 miles to the next intersection, which will take us to Laurel Branch. You know what I think we'll do? Is we will cross this water because I want to fill up water and then hang out at a campsite while I eat my breakfast and coffee. Lunch. Very good. There's a campsite just over here. All right. Whoa, this is great. Holy cow. All right, I filled up just over 2 liters. I think that should be enough for the rest of the trip. And if it's not, there is more water sources coming up, so we'll be just fine either way. All right, let's fill up a little for the coffee. Oop, don't want to waste it. All right, that should be good. And then let's also have some water for ourselves. I'm not super thirsty, so it's not gonna be the most satisfying thing in the world, but it should be pretty good. Oh. Actually, that was pretty good. Sometimes you don't realize how thirsty you are, I guess. right, for now, back to the Taco Bell menu. Some oats. With chocolate chips. Pretty good. I feel like a lot of times these chairs made out of rocks are terrible. This one is excellent. Wow. The ergonomics. God, I had too many things floating in there. Whatever, I'm just gonna eat the leaves. Wow, there is almost no gas left. It's gonna be real tight tonight. That's the problem with these gas containers, is that you want to use every drop, but then sometimes that means you have to bring 2 cans or you run out on the trail like I am right now. Where's my spoon? There it is. It's a little bit late in the day for coffee. I think it's almost 2 actually. Yeah, it's 1:57. But you know what? A moment like this is too good to pass up. Wow. It's got a ridiculously generic name, but brown coffee is pretty tasty. Now for my sad boy peanut butter sandwich. It's on wheat too. Nobody likes a wheat peanut butter sandwich. Oh, there is jelly though. Man, this is great. So, this is north on the Middle Fork Trail. There are campsites over here, kind of scattered around. You can see another campsite over here. Yeah, some great campsites, man. Our buddy's campsite, I think, was over there somewhere. I'm assuming that's theirs anyway. We crossed right over here last time. Let's do it again. Slow and steady. Just make sure each footing is good before you move. Oh yeah. Okay, so here we go. So long, perfect campsite. All right, south on the Middle Fork Trail. It's 2 o'clock. We want to be completely done before 6 o'clock. So at this point, I think I'll just take the next campsite I find. That should give us enough distance for the day that we're not really struggling tomorrow. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I just confirmed the mileages of everything, and we may play a bit of an audible. We're heading 1.4 miles to the next intersection. Once we get there, the original plan was to go 3.3 miles south on the Laurelly Branch Trail that has at least 1 stream crossing. Then go east 7 miles on the north-south trail, basically back to the car. So from this next intersection, that would be 10.3 miles. The alternative is to go east on the Middle Fork Trail, which is only 6.1 miles. There is potentially 1 more stream crossing on the Middle Fork Trail. Now, since either route would have a stream crossing, and that past stream crossing wasn't even that bad, I think I'm gonna go east on the Middle Fork Trail because it has less mileage rather than going on the original route. Before any of that though, we've got to get 1.4 miles through all of this to the next intersection. Nature is doing its best to reclaim this trail. Ooh, yeah. You know how people always complain about the youth these days, not realizing that when they were youths, they were also complained about? Let me do the opposite. The youth these days are so much nicer than the people my age and older. It's like lately, we're making a national pastime out of just being as big a jerk as possible. All the young people I talk to these days, man, they're just way nicer people than we were when we were kids. Hopefully that follows through to when they're adults, because man, we need people to be a little nicer to each other. I guess part of what got me thinking that is that just being out here without anybody else around, you're like, oh man, the world outside of human affairs is pretty peaceful. I just passed an actual person. There's a guy, he was hunting and he had a big old bow. I let him pass because he's probably much quicker than me, but man, how do you get around this? I guess you can go through this little nook and cranny right here. That doesn't look that fun though. Can we get around on this side? Yeah, let's go around this side. Damn, look at that. This must have been absolutely ear-shattering when it fell. We are still on that 1.4 mile section of the Middle Fork Trail. We've got to be getting close at this point though. Is that a trash bag or a rock? I think that's a rock. It looks so much like a trash bag from here. No, is that a rock? Hold on, let's go take a look. Oh, it's a tarp. Huh. Looks like it's been here quite a while. It's like a barrel or something. That's probably gonna be there for at least another 100 years. Confirm that I'm actually going the right way. I really don't understand how I have not hiked 1.4 miles already. Okay, we're heading east now. We've got to be getting there. Probably just around the bend. That happens a lot. You're like, why am I not there yet? And then you take 10 more steps and then you're there. Okay, let's go. This is looking a little bit sketchy. Man, a lot of down trees over here. Not ideal. Yeah. Ooh, oh, oh, yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. We might be getting to the intersection because I think I just found a campsite. This is not bad. Let's find out if this is the intersection, because if it is the intersection, I might stay here. Oh, is it decided? It's decided. We're staying here tonight. I think first things first, we're definitely not taking the Laurel Branch Trail, because that's gonna send us up this mountain and we would have to do that all today. That's 3.3 miles. So the choice is either between staying here or we can keep going and hope that we find a campsite somewhere along the Middle Fork Trail. That's a tough call, man. It's a really tough call. Oh man, I don't know. Who left all this stuff here? 3:30. That'd be another 2 hours of hiking at most. And if we're being honest, that's only another hour and a half of hiking. Right now I'm 80% leaning towards staying. The 20% on keep going is for my future self. Let's think about it. Let's think about it. Okay, I have searched my feelings, Anakin, and I'm staying here. Like I mentioned, we've got at most 2.5 hours of good hiking daylight left. And there's no guarantee that we're gonna find a campsite within that 2 hours. And even if we did find a campsite, it could be that full 2.5 hours that it would take to find one. So tomorrow will be a little more mileage than I think I would like to do, but that is probably preferable to possibly hiking in the dark tonight and making myself super tired. Plus, tomorrow I'm gonna be ready to hike out anyway, so having slightly more mileage to do on the last day is no big deal. I can really enjoy tonight and then just beast mode my way out tomorrow. It's like Spider Decepticon. I can't remember any of the names of the Decepticons from Beast Wars. I think one of the good guys was Cheetor. Sounds kind of like cheater, but it was Cheetor. I remember one morning I was watching Beast Wars, totally wasn't paying attention to what time it was. Suddenly I realized that the bus had left without me and I was like, oh crap. Went to my good friend Brandon's house, he lived 2 doors down, and his grandma answered the door and I was like, I missed the bus. Did Brandon get on the bus? And she was like, yeah. And she was like, I'll take you to school. If you're in a pinch, man, grandmas can come through. Yo, I just realized there's a great relaxy chair over here. Oh man, that is good. That's 2 comfortable rock chairs in a row. I never find a good comfortable rock chair. Got the analog pocket. Are we about to live it up like it's 1997? 1995? When was I playing the original Game Boy? Probably 94, or maybe 94. When did Yoshi's Island come out? 95? Because we're going to play Yoshi's Island, so. It's occurred to me I haven't actually checked out the water. Let's go take a look. So this would be a stream crossing that I would have to do if I had followed the original plan. Looks mostly manageable. Let's go ahead and get dinner started. Now I'm really hoping I have enough gas in here to boil my water. I just need this one final boil. Charles Boyle. Tonight we're having the classic pad thai with chicken. This is one that you generally want to really have some hot water. Flame is still going. Is that enough water? We got water to successfully boil. I think we might even still have a little gas left. All right. Okay, man, things are looking up. I was really worried that we weren't gonna have enough hot water. And while we wait for that, we drink the obligatory good for healthy warm water. Oh, that's really nice, man. Ugh. In cold weather, warm water. Oh man, it'll warm you up from the inside. Oh, you know, we might have enough for coffee in the morning. Come on, man. That is beautiful. All right, I think it's ready. The classic moment of truth. Oh yeah. It actually looks reasonably appetizing today. That's pretty good, right? Come on, man. Chicken chunks? Noodles? All right, we just gotta add peanut butter that I forgot to add. Chad all the way off. Look at that. That's why you remove the Chad. Look at this. Come on, no Chad in the way. Do you realize how messy this would be if there was a Chad dangling right now? Chads. Come on, man. All right, and let's add all the peanuts. I don't have a knife. Do you have a knife? I do not. You know what I do have, though? I got this dirty hacksaw. Yeah. Probably don't want the peanuts touching the plastic hacksaw part, but I'm sure it's fine. Now we'll just give this a little stir. It looks substantially less appetizing now. I'm sure it tastes great. Damn, that is good. If you'd asked me before I had it, what was one of the best flavors for backpacking meals, pad thai would not have been one I would have chosen. But it works. How does it work so well? drive home is going to be quite lengthy. So in an effort to not be driving in the middle of the night, I think I might get up super early tomorrow morning to get the hike started. We're right here. We've got 6.1 miles to intersect with the North Fork Trail. And then we have 1.1 miles plus a little extra change to get to the car. When I hike fast, I can get up to about 2 miles per hour. So if we get up super early, we can be out of here before noon, possibly. It's a very nice night. We're gonna sleep quite well. Okay, it's 7 o'clock right now, 50 degrees in the tent. I was rereading the brochure and it says, the Middle Fork Trail intersects with Big Beachy and Laurel Branch trails before fording the stream twice on its climb to the headwaters and terminus on the North Fork Trail. What that means is, we've already passed Big Beachy and we're at Laurel Branch. So there are 2 more stream crossings. I don't know what those are gonna look like or what they're gonna be like, but since it's the last day, even if we get wet, we're just gonna power right through. I think I'm going to get up at maybe 6 a.m.-ish, and by the time I get everything packed up, the sun should be rising, and I should be able to get back to the car by noon or earlier if I really hustle. It's only 7 o'clock now. I got so many hours to sleep, if I can actually fall asleep. But I will see you very early in the morning. Let's hope I get a good night's rest. See you then. Uh, 6:20 a.m. I don't feel too bad, actually. While that water heats up, I'm going to tear everything down. Very nice morning. I heard a few droplets of water on the tent this morning. Hopefully, that is not a portent of things to come.
Hotter than I expected.
You gotta see this, look at that, yeah. Oh. Okay, I packed up everything quite quickly. It's maybe 6:47 now. We're on the trail by 7 o'clock. I think we're doing a good job. In the meantime, I will hike out the electrolyte. I'm going to leave the presumably grill brush. Maybe this is an actual toothbrush, I'm not sure. And the hacksaw. Hopefully somebody can use that. I used to skip hygiene stuff when camping, but man, you should take the time to freshen up. Bring a couple changes of undergarments, wash your face, wash your hands, brush your teeth. A real worker. Water is back that way. Laurel Branch Trail. We are going to continue on the Middle Fork Trail over here. 6.1 miles to the next intersection, 2 stream crossings. Don't know how those are gonna be, but as long as they're crossable at all, I'm going through. Even if that means I get wet. Priority 1 is safety, of course, but if it's not too bad, we're going through. This trail is really trying to be reclaimed by nature. It is nice and flat though. Well, maybe a tad bit of incline, but I feel like I'm moving at a really good pace. Is that my buddies that I met yesterday? Morning! Did you find the plane? Oh, okay. You hiking out today? Cool. Cool. Oh yeah, I gotta get a shot of that. Cool. Is this your shirt over here? You don't want a gray hoodie? All right, apparently there's a, double waterfall, so there is. Yeah, I'm heading out this way. How were they?
I waited Okay.
But there might be more than my map said between where we came over and here was 5.
Oh, okay.
It ended up being 2.
Okay.
There might be more up above.
Okay, I was expecting 2 because the sign at my trailhead said there was 2. So hopefully that's all there is, but either way, if I get wet, I'm just gonna deal with it. You guys have a great rest of your trip. Good meeting you. Have fun. Oh, yeah. My pleasure. See you later. We know we have at least 2 stream crossings, which is what we expected. Potentially 5 according to his map. Also, running into them there, that means that that other campsite that I saw was not theirs. Huh. Must have been somebody else out here too. Oh man, tons of tree crossings though. Oh God. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Yo. That's like 5 trees. Ooh. Never mind, that's just 2 big trees. And I think that might have been the toughest tree crossing yet, actually. We are not done yet, though. Wow. Oh, you know, this tree is what is causing that little waterfall there. With any luck, the stream crossings will be nice and rocky like this. I mean, it's probably some pretty slick rock, but looks pretty crossable. We know from the last couple of days of hiking that my ability to estimate mileage is much worse than I thought. It turns out I only thought I was good at it because I had a GPS telling me exactly where I was at all times. Since today, we've got like 8 miles back to the car. Let's just keep moving. That being said, I would guess I've probably done about a mile now. I'm not gonna think about it too much and instead just enjoy this absolutely beautiful fall morning. Ooh, campsite. You know what that means? We might have a stream crossing here. Oh, we can do this. Come on, man, this is no problem. All right, let's see here. The rocks are quite slick. Is there a better spot over there? Or maybe over here? Up there might be a decent spot. Let's just take a quick look before we cross. That looks bad, but up here might be a little better. I actually kind of like here to there, there to there, up to there, over there. It looks pretty shallow. I'm just gonna give it a shot. We're gonna be real careful though because these rocks are more slippery than they look. Plant the tripod, step, plant the tripod, step, plant the tripod, step. Step here, here. So far so good. That rock's a little loose. Be careful on this one. Ooh yeah. Okay. All right, not too bad. That ended up being a pretty good place to cross. Back to the trail. I'm gonna hope the trail continues over here. Not really too sure. Yeah, looks like it. You can see the log is cut here. That's always a good sign you're on the trail. Maybe at some time of the year, this is a stream crossing. Absolutely pristine water. Wow. Oh man, these are getting kind of old. They're not difficult or anything, but man, they're so numerous. Just one after another. I also gotta admit, the excitement of the morning has worn off a bit, and I'm starting to feel the fatigue. All right, let's keep the progress up for now. Maybe at the next stream crossing, I can take a little break, catch my breath, maybe get a little food, or we can keep going. Oh man. Yeah. I'm not super liking any of my options. This one is actually doable. There is a rock right there that we could use to step over there. I think that'll probably work, but let's see up there. Let's get a little closer and let's see if this is actually tenable. The gap from there to there looks a little sketchy. I think I might try it anyway though. That's kind of a long reach. Do I want to try this? Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, not ideal, but with the tripod, we can make it work. Very good. Now, potentially, there was a better place to cross up here. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit less choppy up here, but those rocks look pretty slick too. Stream crossings are not my favorite thing, but all things considered, these weren't too bad at all. Okay, as promised, let's have a quick snack. I'm definitely feeling the hunger today. Let's do a little protein first. These pork wool packets.
One of these Bilbo Baggins.
I feel maybe ever so slightly re-energized. Definitely not fully energized or anything, but gonna keep hiking again. All right, I'm really glad that those 2 stream crossings weren't too bad. Those are always quite precarious. Hopefully, it was just those 2. We can just hike the rest of the way out. There's not gonna be an intersection for a very long time, so we won't really know until we get to that intersection. So all we can do for now is just keep hiking. Man, this is a rough trail. Even with the tripod of justice, still getting spider webs all over my face. What type of chicanery is this? I guess this counts as a stream crossing, but whoop, whoop, okay. Man, if I had wiped out on the easiest stream crossing, that would have been embarrassing. All right, 3 stream crossings. The third one, though, barely counts. Oh, not bad. Elevation-wise, this is not a tough trail, but there's lots of chicanery going on. Is it chicanery or chicanery? Ah! Gah! Stream crossing 4, very quiet, very easy. Yeah, bear. All right, this might be stream crossing number 5. Yep. Easy peasy. Oh man, not. Oh, I was gonna say not bad at all and almost slipped. If all of the intel is correct, that should be the last stream crossing. And if it's not, Mama, look at this. These downed trees are doing a number on this trail. All right, let's not linger. This is probably very wishful thinking, but it does kind of feel like we're getting towards the end of the trail. Doesn't it look like that's like a clearing where the road would be? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah, yeah. Spider webs in my face. This is actually pretty fun. This place is definitely living up to its name with the wilderness. Feel quite energized, feeling good. This is great. I do still think we're nearing the end of this section of the trail, but it is important not to get your hopes up. There's a tendency sometimes to be like, oh, I'll just power through. Like, there's no reason to power through, man. You got enough time in life to take a break and make sure you got the energy you need. Life can sometimes be like chip damage in Street Fighter. Even though the little things you're doing might not feel like they're making a difference, if you keep throwing those Hadoukens, eventually that chip damage will whittle them down. It's a good thing we didn't get our hopes too high. This is definitely still taking a little bit. One foot in front of the other. Oh, you know what? I just remembered there is a sharp bend near the end. See this sharp bend right here? That's where we are right now. That means we are very close to the intersection. After that, we'll just have that 1.1 miles on the purple and that little pink section. We're back at the car. All right, you know what? Seems to be a little alcove over here. Let's take a break real quick, recharge our batteries, and then we'll do this final leg. Oh, not bad. Oh, hey, what's this? It says 1962. Oh, here we go, here we go. Nice. Now, when I say recharge our batteries, I actually mean that quite literally. Charge up these cameras real quick. Oh, not bad. The more experience I get, the more I think that you really should take the time to make yourself comfortable. I used the bathroom, freshened up, resituated my gear a little bit, got things charged, and I really feel invigorated and ready to tackle the last bit. There's a tendency to be like, oh, there's only like a mile left. I'll just tough it out. But the more I've done that, the more it just wears you out, man. Take the little breaks, rejuvenate yourself, you know, resituate your socks. Yeah. Shoes tied nice. Get your clothing situated. We're out here to live. Come on, man. 2 miles-ish. It's 10:43. If we get back to the car by noon, I think we're doing a good job. All right, let's go. Oh, here it is. We've made it to the intersection. All right. So we did 6.1 miles in a little less than 4 hours. Now we've got 1.1 miles to the north-south trail junction. We're gonna turn left, and after that, it will be a very short hike back to the car. Man, what a nice trip. Just smooth sailing the rest of the way. This is gonna sound crazy, but I think I kind of miss the slightly stormy weather from that first day. It was almost like menacing, but it was very exciting. Don't get me wrong, these nice peaceful days are great too, but that was really fun starting the hike like that. Got to be coming up to the trail junction here. Around every corner, I expect to see it. This has got to be it, right? Yes. Yes, it is. All right. This way back to the car. This is the north-south trail, which I was originally going to take. Okay, just the last little bit to the car. Almost there. Beautiful weather. It's going to be a lovely drive home. Look at that. Okay, we made it. This is following the usual trajectory of being super excited to go and then being excited to leave. But I will say, I feel like I could have stayed another night or two. I think I will take that energy for the next hike. Feels weird to see civilization. Oh, what? Dude, my feet feel super weird. Oh, this feels so weird. What?
Okay, so paper maps, lots of fun. I don't think it made me any more mindful. I was still thinking a lot about how long till the next junction, where am I? And we also learned that my ability to gauge how much mileage we have done is very bad. But I will say, it was a lot of fun to use a paper map because it did feel like sometimes we were just out there. And it's not like we couldn't get back or anything, but it had a fun vibe to it. All right, I've got a sparkling water I saved for myself. Oh. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm off to the post-psych meal. Cranberry Wilderness lives up to its name. It is very wild. I'll see you in the next one.
All right, I haven't introduced you on camera yet.
Hey, my name's Andrew. This is my stepson, Owen.
How's it going? Oh, mama. Then we gotta dink our fries.
Sorry.
Dink, 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 dink. I can't really see from here, but I know. I can't really see from here, but I know Andrew has probably identified whatever that is before. I think it's that edible stuff. Man, what was that? Why won't this go in? Thank you.
The friggin' pillow! Ugh. Stop slipping! What's going on with this here? Why is this?
Oh, look at this. I should be ashamed of myself.
Oh man, it's so cold out here. We gotta stay under the sleeping bag. Come on, man. Oh, that's nice.
Which, if I had thought about that, I probably would have just brought my winter gear. If I had thought about that, I probably would have just bought my... Ow! My face.
Nobody compliments the meal.
Predictable, but appetizing. Just use your first names. I don't want you to get doxxed or anything.
No, socials is 222. Venmo at Elks. Yeah.
I'm not sure if what I'm hearing is the waterfall or just the wind. Jesus. Okay, actually, one more thing before we go. Fermented peanut butter sandwiches. That is my specialty. What? Come on, man. Is that the greatest 4 bars in music history?